Hello and welcome. I'm Matthew from Rosie and Rosie, investment property specialist, helping you invest in property with confidence. And today we're joined again by Sarah Martin, certified money coach at MYND Money Coach. Welcome, Sarah, and thank you for coming back.
Thank you for having me.
Today, Sarah, I want to talk to you about budgets and why some people find that they work and why some people may find that they don't work or they can't stick to the budget. What can you tell us about budgets, and have you got any tips for us?
Okay, well, to start with, I don't like calling them a budget because I find that is a negative connotation. People find that very negative and restrictive, and they just think that they're not going to be able to spend any money, and I prefer to call them spending plans because that's what it is. That's what we do. We put in place a plan for their money, and that plan incorporates spending money. So with the plan, we incorporate the expenses, any goals, and then also spending. So people have to have a life. They've got to be able to spend money. So the plan, it does incorporate everything. Now, it creates conscious spending, so you know how much you've got. At the end of the month, you know if you've still got money left over, well, that's great. Otherwise, coming towards the end of the month, you may be tight, but at least you know, and you haven't gone over, and you haven't gone into credit, and you haven't gone through the stress of, I've blown my budget. You know where you're heading with your money. So it's about everything being accounted for. Your money has, the plan incorporates goals for your money. Those goals have specific accounts, so the money's directed into those accounts, and you have your spending account. So it isn't restrictive. It's you've got money to spend, and you know when you go out, you've got that money to spend, and you're not constantly worrying about, I'm not sure how much I've got to spend, and I don't know if I can spend this. So
as long as you've got a plan or a budget or a spending plan in place, if at the end of the month you don't have a surplus in the account, it's not so bad as long as you've been allocating towards those goals. And
you've covered your expenses, covered your goals, and and at least you know the position you're in, and you know constantly, you know during the month where you're at, how much you've got to spend. Otherwise, you are flying blind with a budget if it's restrictive. If you've been given a certain amount. So
that's a huge tip, referring to them as a spending plan rather than a budget. It's a psychological difference in the way you think about taking control of your money.
It's flipping it. It's
Love
flipping it. So that you've got a plan for your money. You know how much you're spending, and it's not you can't spend money. It's you've got this money to spend. So go out. You've got this money to spend. Go out Friday night. Go and spend it. So
excellent. So that could be its own little category in your spending plan is Friday nights.
That's right.
And if it's in there and you keep to the amount that you've allocated for that, you don't need to go into the weekend stressed about where you're at with things.
That's right.
As long as you stick to your plan. Love it. So spending plans rather than budgets. If you're going through this process yourself, perhaps start to adopt that terminology and see how much easier that makes it for you. Excellent tip. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
That's all we've got time for. But before I let you go, how can people follow or get in contact with you?
Okay, so go to my website and you can jump on the quiz, do the quiz, or you can use the contact button. Otherwise, 0408 358 672 or email sarah@myndmoneycoach.com.au, and that's Mind, M-Y.
Yes.
ND.
So that website, www.myndmoneycoach.com.au, Mind spelled M-Y-N-D. We'll put the links in the description. Thank you again for coming back, and thank you for joining us too. We hope you found Sarah's insights to be helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out to Sarah or to us if you have any questions, queries or feedback. We'd only be too happy to hear from you. It's been a pleasure having you with us again. Until next time, I'm Matthew from Rosie and Rosie, helping you invest in property with confidence.